have this WBT Masters event going on in Copenhagen. There's like a little bit of a circuit that the WBT, or yeah, the World Bridge Tour, I think, hosted by the WBF, is run every year now. Um, and so this is one of their events that's currently going on. But I figured I'd jump on and do a little bit of commentary since I hadn't done that in a while. Also because like I want to get more content out there while I'm still in the midst of this kind of tumultuous move that's happening. But let's take a look at what's going on. So we're in round 2 of 22. I think it's like a 4 or 5 day event this entire week. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cover the latter half of this thing. I don't know if it's a round robin or something else. I really have done very little research on this. There is a link to the tournament, !WBT in the chat if you're curious to look at the tournament page yourself. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm going to turn my webcam off, I'm going to eat, and we'll do some commentary for the event. There's going to be a couple more hours today. I think we're playing 4 rounds today. Rounds 1 through 4, they're 10 board matches up against other teams. I don't know if it's run a Swiss-style format or round robin, as I've mentioned, but hopefully we'll figure that out over the course of the next couple of hours. So we'll continue doing our commentary, but I am, of course, in the midst of eating some lunch. So, where do things sit? We have Nettleton versus Iceland, it looks like. Our boy Zach Grossack, who played for USA2 in the Bermuda Bowl, they finished 5th through 8th in that event, and Thomas Past from England, playing up against Magnuson and Haraldson. And what all has happened here? Declare is in 3 hearts. Lost a couple of tricks already. Definitely going to lose another spade. But there is... Oh, the fan in the roof is worse than usual. Is that because my microphone has decided that it's... hold on. One sec. Let me just make sure that it is on my actual microphone. I don't know, did I fix anything? That's better? Dude, this... I don't know what goes on with my computer. I guess Streamlabs updated. Thank you for letting me know, though. Yeah, I mean, I swapped the microphone input from default to the one that is the default, and now it supposedly works. What ended up happening here? North didn't cover the spade with the 10 or something, and Declare, like, ran the 6 of spades into South's hand? I feel like something went wrong for the defense. But 3 hearts making 10 tricks... 10 imps to Iceland. Oh, it looks like there's a numeral behind it. Iceland 1 or Iceland something is their name. And 4 hearts doubled down 1 at the other table. I'm sorry, I didn't follow the play. I was messing with my microphone. A trump opening lead. A diamond went to the queen, king, and ace. A diamond came back from South. Fascinating. To the jack. Declare played a club to the jack, tried to cash the club ace, which got ruffed. Another heart. Was it necessary to try and cash that ace of clubs? Didn't Declare really want to just try and set up their cross ruff? So heart to the jack, now the jack of spades. North played low on the jack of spades. That's so funny. So what happens if he covers? Spade to the queen and ace, spade back to the 10. I guess there's no way to beat the contract at that point. He'll end up saving the overtrick, but that's about it. So well done by Declare for kind of putting pressure on North there by leading the Jack of Spades. East opens a diamond. 10 count. Love the bid. Got diamonds and spades. Really want to get into the auction as soon as possible. 1 spade overcall from Pask. He has an 18 count. I do kind of understand the 1 spade overcall, though, as opposed to starting with a double. The spade suit's so bad that you don't really want to be doubling and then bidding 10-9 fifth as your suit to show extra values. I mean, South's hand's definitely too good for 1 spade, but I think just based on how the auction would develop, you kind of need to, you really just need to overcall a spade with this hand. 3 clubs looks like it's probably weak with both minors. I'm not sure if East West are playing precision, if that's what's going on, but that could be what's happening here. And, I mean, North is just going to pass. I can't imagine doing anything else. It is a little bit weird from North's perspective. If they are playing precision, though, it's like West has a preempt, East is limited, and his partner could only overcall at the 1 level. So maybe he is thinking about sticking in like a light 3-heart call, or even just a double of some kind. I would be a bit worried about those types of bids as North, because partner could easily have long spades, and that's not good for us. Like, if partner has a singleton heart and a 6-card spade suit, then we're not particularly happy with the way that this auction has developed. But he might be basing his decision on this 3 clubs, presumably showing both minors, and therefore his partner's more likely to have heart length. Kind of a strange tank from North, though. I mean, Zach not known to be a very slow player, and this doesn't feel like one of these spots where you would be thinking for a long time. You either decide your hand is worth a double or a 3-heart bid or whatever your choice is, or you just pass in tempo and not want to bar partner. Well, something has gone wrong for someone, but I mean, I think as South, we just, man, what a disaster. What a disaster this has been as South. Yeah, I mean, you have to be nervous that you've missed a game, but what game, right? Like, is 4 spades the game that we've missed as South? Obviously, if partner has 3 spades, we would prefer to be in a spade contract. Even sometimes if partner has a doubleton spade. Like, if partner spades are ace doubleton or something, we could win the opening diamond lead, spade to the ace. I guess South isn't convinced that they have no club losers in a spade contract, given the way the auction has gone. So yeah, South just passes out 3 clubs. We'll see the singleton spade lead from North, and declare will be able to take their 1 trick. Is that correct? 3 clubs is a good save against the opponent's making 6 clubs. That's true. that is very true. Is 6 hearts also making? Not quite, right? Not on a club lead. You still get a club rough. So, I mean, it would be very amusing if North-South in the other room got to 6 hearts, and so North-South just won a pile of imps for this. But this is going to be what? 400 against 650 in the other room will be 6 imps. Spade lead, declare wins, declares like time to pull some trumps. The 10 of clubs goes to the jack, which holds. A spade comes back ruffed. Queen of hearts overtaken with the king. Another spade ruffed. Am I sure that East-West play precision? I'm not. I don't know. Are there convention cards on that link that I have? I literally like woke up, spent 2 hours on the phone with Verizon trying to get internet set up, was told that it's going to take a week. And and so now here I am. South gets to rough this high. What is South doing? Okay, I this is just what we expect. Okay, it's not claim of seven. No. South claimed the rest, but they did give up a trick. So does that matter? 310 versus 260? It would be an imp, so this should be 7 imps. 3 clubs seems like weak diamond raise. I mean, we don't have alerts, so obviously we don't really know. I know that a lot of precision players like making this 3-club bid on a whole variety of shapes. So I think 5-3 in the minors either way is a pretty popular shape to make this 3-club bid. That's why I was just suspecting it. I was also kind of going off of North's tank over 3 clubs that North might have expected something strange was going on. But I don't really know. A diamond, a spade, negative double by North. Favorable. He decides he doesn't want to miss another game. Two hearts, good spade raise. A little bit surprising that South didn't double 2 hearts. I would have expected it to be a support double. So 4 spades by West. Nice 7-card spade suit and an outside king. And there's going to be probably a loser in each suit other than trumps. The dreaded 7-2-2-2 shape. Yeah, I mean, it's vulnerable to imps, and partner made a good raise to 2 spades. Sometimes you just have to gamble. All right, diamond opening lead. So, Declare may well be nervous that North has the hard ace, but I don't think there's much they can do about it. Oh, looks like we did get it adjusted to 3 clubs down 8. So South did rough high on that jack of hearts and then pulled trumps and just claimed because their hand was high. Really not much to do here other than that. That's a play. Ducks the opening diamond lead. Hey, Shift. Yeah, North-South ended up missing their club slam. They unfortunately let the opponents play in that suit, and it did not work out very well for them. Excuse me, a low heart from ace queen third. What is that play? A low heart from ace queen third. Unbelievable. It's not going to cost, but that's just such an insane play. North-south are trying to entertain. I mean, normally it's north that's the one that's being a little bit creative. But here we see south is having some fun too. A bit too light for one heart in first seat from west. Probably we get a pass unless they play like the Polish 2-heart opener. Is north opening the flat 11? I know Zach likes to bid. I'm just not sure if he also subscribes to the style that like second seed vulnerable should be a good hand. A club, a spade overcall. South can bid a no trump. 2 10s on the north cards. I mean, I love playing systems where we open all 11s, but it is, I think, a stylistic choice. And also, I think it's pretty unpopular at the high level to play that type of style. So even though I like it, I just like it mostly because it takes a little bit of memory strain off. Like, I don't want to have to care what seed and vulnerability partner's in to determine whether or not to try and like build my my bidding experience up. Like, I don't want to have to learn 2 different systems, basically. The club of spades, South didn't bid. I guess South was hoping to penalize 1 spade. I'm not sure if that's a good decision. But it looks like it's going to work out okay here. I mean, North, of course, has no reason to reopen with a double, with ace third of spades, not really expecting partners trying to penalize them. So how's this contract going to do? There's no heart losers, with the heart going on the diamond at this point. Yeah, and I think the very natural club switch from South is going to make Declare's life a lot easier. Now they can just lead a diamond up. South can win, probably just plays another club for lack of anything better to do, and Declare collects their... Oh, just kidding. South switches to hearts. Doesn't exactly help. Magnusson Thorvald played natural, and Haraldson played 2/1 with someone else. So they're probably playing 2/1 then. And therefore, I guess 3 clubs really was just a diamond raise, but maybe it was a misclick, like a real life misclick. I don't know if they're playing on tablets either. I'm also not really sure what Declare's thinking about here. Just go up with the Heart King, cash a diamond, pitch a heart, take a club finesse. Probably. Shift, do you think we're winning 6 on this board? For north-south or for east-west? Oh, board 18? Yeah, it was very lucky for west that south had this hand, for sure. What's Declare doing? Are they pulling trumps now? That I don't know about this line of play. I assume they've counted some number of tricks, but it looked fairly natural to me to just try and cash all of our side suits before even touching the trump suit. Just exit to the opponents and hope that we score a bunch of ruffs with small cards. Like now, after leading the Spade King, North gets in, pushes a spade through. I mean, this seems terrible for our side. Do we still have enough tricks? We get the Spade Queen, the Spade 10. It gets us up to 4, the Heart King, the Club Ace, and the Diamond Queen. So yeah, I guess we still make 7 tricks. But Declare definitely has made their life more complicated by pulling trumps themselves. Not sure what they're thinking about here. Like, definitely win the Spade Queen, definitely Heart to the King, definitely Diamond Pitch a Heart, definitely Club Finesse. I mean, maybe we just play a Club to the Ace at that point. Probably doesn't help to take a Club Hook. Oh, Muppet, you're going real deep on this one. Wait, what is happening? Why is Declare playing trumps? What are we doing on this hand? I think they're still okay. But man, they have like really made things complicated for themselves. They just went down? Why are we just going down all of a sudden? What? Why did we play the hand like this? Oh no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, VuGraph operator, leave the table up for like half a second. Making is overrated. Well, they do say that down 1 is good bridge. So maybe East was just trying to play good bridge. See, I think Gold probably took a more sensible line of play. It looks like he ended up making 8 tricks. Wow. Please keep the table up. Oh no, lag. Okay. You almost cursed the hand into being a 1-6. You did. So Ace of Diamonds was led. North dumped the Jack at this table. Club switch. I mean, a club switch is just very natural and unfortunately makes Declare's life so easy. To the 10 and Jack again. Another diamond gets led. South continues another club. I mean, this looked a little bit more natural to me defensively. To the 9, King, and Ace. I don't know why North played the King here. I think we should definitely just be playing low, but I don't think it really matters. The South has no face cam in clubs. They don't have any faces, that's for sure. Now Ace of Hearts, Heart to the King. Yeah, just cash all of our side suit winners. I mean, like, this really shouldn't be a problem. Heart covered by the Queen. So what does he do on this trick? Do we ruff high? He decides to ruff low. Fair enough. Over ruffed. Thank you, Shift. I also wish myself the best of luck on my move. I mean, like, everything is moved. I just don't have internet. That's the big problem for doing any sort of streaming. But hopefully that'll get resolved within a week. Either way, I need to be out of this place, like, tomorrow. So I think I'm just going to have to live without internet for, like, a week. We'll see how that goes. I don't think I've ever tried that for a while. South plays a spade. Yeah, playing a spade is interesting here. Surely I have a 5G phone. I mean, like, yes, I can use data on my phone, but I don't have an unlimited data plan. So I don't want to be paying like $500 for data overages. Spade back, and now Declare does just exit a club. So yeah, well played by David Gold. Picks up 5 imps for their troubles. We'll jump into the other match. I assume they're playing the same boards. Ooh, East-West got to 2 hearts at the other table, and here East-West got to a no trump. So North passed in this room. At the other table, also North passed, and East opened a weak no trump, or maybe a strong no trump, unclear. 7 spades doubled down 1 versus 7 hearts doubled down 2. Wait, what? How did we miss this board? Wow. So they had to find a club lead to beat 7 spades. It was by South. East opened a club. Fascinating. And West did find the club lead. The classic Queen Jack third. Let's try and convince them to take a second round finesse in the suit. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. North switched to the Heart Queen. What is Declare doing? I'm so confused about what's happening on this hand. Declare was playing a no trump. Like, what went horribly wrong in that end position? Couldn't Declare have just, like, set up clubs or hearts? Didn't they have, like, a bunch of options for suits to set up? And they elected to set up neither? Huh. Well, close match, daisy chain and plan BB. Let's look at the tournament site for a sec so that we can get results. Conditions of contest. I don't know what Sabine's corner is. Oh, it looks like Sabine's tips for dining. Is she originally Danish? Yeah, the website does feel a little bit useless. There are some results and stuff, so we can take a look at that. Currently, Gillis, who is Brogland and Bakke, Ola and Mikkel Rimstedt, looks like a pretty strong team. Up in first, One-Eyed Jacks. In second, this is only through 2 matches of 22, though, so. Some team from the UK in third, Dyson, Lundberg, a bunch of Swedish regulars in fourth, Vicuña. They got Mikkelsen and Per Ola Cullen, as well as Christian Lehrman on that team. They're in fifth. Lots of Bermudable medalists there. Iceland won. We just saw them. Did they win their match? I forgot. There were so many imps getting thrown around. De Boden with Dennis Bilda and Martin Schultz on it. Here in seventh. Sabina was born in Germany. Gotcha. So why would she have tips for eating in Denmark? Is she like a foodie? I don't know much about her. I had dinner with her and Roy once at a national many years ago. I mean, Roy's a big wine person. She lives in Denmark? No. She lives in Denmark? Wait, why? Isn't she on, like, the German team? I mean, she and Roy are, like, German nationals now. They play on Germany's mixed team a lot in big events. So Daisy Chain has Madala, Joe Grew, a bunch of French players on it. Middle of the pack. Leo and Jerome Rombaud on Allard. Harris, an English team. Firm. I like how they have the USA flag, and it's just because only the captain or the sponsor is from the US. Mono and DeFranco, Brink and Driver. Team from Turkey. Hey, there they are. Yeah, see, they have the German flag on it. And of course they're playing with a bunch of Danes. Living in Denmark and playing for Germany is like living in New Jersey and playing for New York. I mean, New York basically has two NFL football teams, the Jets and the Giants, even though one of them's in New Jersey. Wait, is this team sponsored by Bridge Champ? I guess it says Bridge Champs. Plan B Bridge Club. I wonder if the Danes know what Plan B means. If this is, like, part of the world's vocabulary. I actually am not familiar with, like, what's the like medical terms in other countries? I don't know if that's what I would describe Plan B as, but Plan B is like birth control, right? So I don't know if it like translates in Danish or if like they know, but that's what it means in to Americans. Pharma service. Oh boy. Pharma service. Man, we're getting Are these like plays on American healthcare? Is that what's going on here? Pharma service. We have Nodenbelt four-handed with a sponsor. Danish juniors. Nettleton. I guess we saw a little bit of them. Oh man, they're getting stomped. They only have 6 VPs through 20 boards. Oh, that's not good for them. It's oh boy, it's even worse for Rubenstein. Oh no. How has this gone so badly? Also, this website seems to be updating every like 2 seconds. Well, things aren't looking good for the Americans in the event. I mean, we have Grossack on Nettleton. Rubenstein is a mostly American team, but they do have Klukowski and Kalita. Firm has an American sponsor, it looks like, but were there any other Americans on here? I don't think so. Wait, why does DeBoden have David Gold on it? Wait. David Gold is playing for Nettleton, but I guess he's like the captain of DeBoden, and DeBoden is playing on her team, but is the captain of Nettleton. Oh, you can't see. This is funny. Yeah, Zach's on Nettleton. We just watched him. I mean, obviously they're not doing great either. We could look at the Butler. Ooh, what a surprise. Brogland and Bakke are leading the Butler. They only played one set, though. Wow. Dude, Rubenstein has been getting crushed, but Kalita and Klukowski are still up in 11th place. I mean, I guess that's not surprising. But still. Where are some of our Bermuda Bowl guys? Bilda and Schultz down here. They're in the negative. I saw Lehrman playing. Where is he on the list? Maybe he hasn't played yet. Oh yeah, which team is Gru playing for? I did see him somewhere. He's on Daisy Chain. Daisy Chain was doing okay, I thought. Looks like Gru and Medalla are playing together. Quite the partnership. Oh, we're into the next round. Let's find a table. Could watch Eckenberg and Rang. Norden Tomasini. I'm looking for more of people who just played in the Bermuda Bowl. I guess let's just go to this table. This will be fine. Board 21. Looks like Declare has the rest. Pull the last trump. Claim. 9 tricks and 2 spades. Look to be a club, 2 hearts, and a spade to lose. And maybe that's it. I mean, Declare would technically need to guess the diamonds, but we have a push. Oh, Babs, your friend will be playing with Bake in the HCL mixed pairs. I don't even know what that is. I will look it up. HCL Bridge. Mixed Imp pairs, October 6th to 7th. Yeah, Shift, when I originally typed in HCL mixed, it gave me a bunch of chemistry pages. So, oh, and there's a WBT event as well. It looks like it's another one of these Indian events. Aha, HCL is an Indian organization. Yeah, so I don't know why we're paused on VuGraph, by the way. This is weird, but it looks like October 6th through 14th, there is a big event. They're going to have to organize the Plan B pairs somewhere? Oh, no. Oh, hey. We're on to the next board. That was fast. Sorry, I was distracted. Pass, pass, a spade, 3 clubs by North. I like the bid. Double, 4 clubs by South. And East-West find their heart fit. Yeah, so this is one of these positions where, like, the best defense is, of course, to just, like, continue playing clubs at every opportunity. But it's hard for North to know that. Declare can always make their contract. I mean, technically, Declare can always make 11 tricks from here by picking off all of the hearts in South's hand. But it's not so obvious to do so most of the time. So what now? Spade to the king, heart to the 9? Is that the best play? That's probably the best play. You could cash the heart queen and then play a spade to the king and a heart. No, that's no good, right? Yeah, that's definitely no good because then South will just win and force you in diamonds. So spade to the king, heart to the 9 looks correct. I mean, I don't hate playing the 7 of hearts. I think that would be perfectly fine. Maybe more of a match point play than an imp play. Okay, 4 hearts making 4. Wait, what? What? Just in case we forgot the heart spots, we have to cross again to lead another heart up. Fair enough. But, like, the danger with doing that is, like, suppose South actually did just have 10 Doubleton remaining and they play the 10. Are we now brave enough to try and cash the 7 of hearts? I think the answer is no. $6.20. On to the next board. West has a strong no trump. And I guess it's probably just going to go something like 1 no puppet Stamen, eventually get to 3 no. We'll see what East-West have in their system to uncover major suit fits. Three clubs. Looks like regular puppet, so East will bid 3 hearts, showing spades. 3 no. The 7 of clubs lead? No, incorrect. But are you saying that that might be a good lead at... Well, I don't think it's going to matter what they lead. Declare has 4 hearts, 4 spades, and just a ton of tricks. I mean, we'll definitely get North to lead. It's tough from North's side. North has all of the values. So generally that does speak to leading your own suit. But North has no 5-card suit. And there's no guarantee that either East or West has a heart suit. So it could have been right to lead a heart. And I think if we did lead a heart, the Jack probably would have been my choice. But yeah, in this case, a diamond makes a lot of sense. Jack of spades covered by the king. Now Declare just knocks out the ace of diamonds. Didn't West show 4 hearts? No, West showed no 5-card major and 3. Well, you could be right. I don't know what their system is. Like in old-fashioned Puppet, yes, 3 diamonds would show a 4-card major. So you could be correct that when East shows spades, West 3 no trump. Well, this sequence shows 4 hearts. All right, with everything splitting, Declare does just get to knock out the diamond ace. Queen of diamonds, pitch a club. And North kind of knows that it's hopeless at this point. Should see a claim shortly. 13 imps on board 22. 4 hearts went down 2 at the other table. What happened over there? Similar auction. South didn't raise to 4 clubs. Ace of clubs lead, king of clubs. A 3rd club, good play. Declare roughs low. Ace of diamonds? Wait, what are they doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see. Unfortunately, Declare just played a heart to the queen and cashed the ace of hearts, and South was left with a couple trump tricks. Looks like they then managed to go down an extra somehow. But still, 13 imps going the way of one. I can't read this name. One something. One-eyed jacks. Thank you. You know, after the set, remind me if I forget to look and see if the HCL event is on the VuGraph schedule for BBO. Or maybe it's being broadcast elsewhere, I'm not sure. But if it is being broadcast, then I'll try my best to cover that next week. A heart, 1 spade. Ooh. Is this hand too good for 1 spade? I think the answer is kind of yes. It's only a 16 count, but all your honors are working. The 10 of clubs is a good card. And you have heart shortness. So it's like, you know, you make a takeout double to start, and it's not like you've really misdescribed your hand. But a heart, a spade, 2 spades. North is just going to jam 4 hearts. I mean, but then what do you do as East, right? Over 4 hearts? Do we really want to double? Or should we just go quietly? I mean, I guess it's true on this specific hand that if we'd started with a double, it might be like a heart double, redouble, pass. Well, depending on your agreements of passing redoubles, but let's say pass by West, 4 hearts by North, and then East is in a pickle again. I suppose at that point you would probably just double a second time. Yeah, I mean, look at this. East isn't comfortable bidding a second time with their hand. Like, how bad is four spades? They lose three diamonds and a trump. So they're down one. They can eventually get to the West hand with the fourth round of spades to take a club finesse. Or maybe the opponents just get end played eventually into leading clubs for them. It's possible too. And four hearts looks like it has no trouble. Declare just has two clubs and a spade. Shift, you think down two? I double. Three diamonds, a heart, and a spade. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is down two. Three diamonds, a heart, and a spade. Well, ace of spades. 10 from West. Looks like this is going to be 11 or 12 tricks, depending on what East does next. Because the diamond's rough good. So if East tries the king of spades here, then Declare can ruff, pull trumps, ruff the diamond suit good, and pitch all their clubs. As it is here with a diamond switch, Declare is just going to get two club discards. So heart to the ace, king of hearts, diamond to the king, diamond ruff. And 11 tricks. I can't imagine taking a diamond roughing finesse here. That would be crazy. Maybe they do. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, because then East would have started with 5-5 in the black suits or 6-4 in the black suits and never took another call. That's just very weird. Okay, well, East gets the club ace. So costs a trick or two in the play, but Declare does make their contract. $420. Babs, you say the times are bad for BBO Rugraph. I mean, especially if it's a tournament in India, that would kind of make sense. It's probably going to be similar to that other event that we did one set for. Like, it's fine for me, and the VODs will be up, so you can always watch the VODs later if you're curious. I know that it's unfortunate if you don't get to be here in person. Hang out, troll me a little bit in the chat. That is mostly the reason why people watch live streams, as far as I can tell. East opens a diamond. We get a spade overcall. Two spades, a limit raised by West. Yeah, West has a tough bid on their first round. I mean, I guess two diamonds or two spades are your choices. So, I mean, three spades is kind of the normal bid on North's hand, but maybe at these colors we just want to bid four and put maximum pressure on them. Three spades, there it is. So South will let this go. Their hand is pretty bad. And I assume West is also just going to let it go. They've already kind of overstated their values. Diamond lead. Maybe a trump lead from West. Trump lead makes a lot of sense. Looking at three small spades. So Declare is going to lose 2 diamonds. Two hearts. And a club. Yeah, I think so. They're also going to have to guess the club suit. And I don't know how much information they're going to have by the time they have to make the club guess. I suppose East-West are going to play hearts for them. I mean, I guess one thing we could do is just cross to the Spade King or even pull... Well... Yeah, like cross to the Spade King and lead a club to the Jack immediately. We could try and pick off like a Queen third of clubs in East Sand. That way we would only need to guess the hearts eventually. So like club to the Jack, unblock the King, get back to the North Hand. No, we would have needed to play a Spade to the 9. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Like Spade to the 9 might have some merit here. Because this plan of picking off Queen third of clubs requires us to have 3 entries to the North Hand. 1 to take a club finesse, 1 to ruff the clubs, and then a final entry to cash the long club. So we have 1 entry in the Spade King, 1 in a diamond ruff, but we would also need a 3rd entry. So now Declare can't really do that, and they're just kind of... I mean, they're basically backed into a corner where they have no hope at this point. East-West can just play diamonds as many times as possible, forcing them to ruff. Can't even pick off Ace-Queen of hearts on side anymore. I think there's a pretty strong indication that the 10 third of spades is onside based on the opening lead. I mean, you wouldn't lead from a small doubleton trump here. That would just be lunacy. Alright, East is in, decides to push a heart through, and now Declare kind of knows that they're going down. Hey, Civilian. Yep, heart to the Jack and Queen. So West probably gets out a diamond. Not sure that it necessarily matters from here, but Declare has to lose 1 more trick. 3 spades down 1. Okay, big hand for South. So East will pass in first seat. South gets to open a heart. And then is West hyper aggressive? Are they going to preempt some number of diamonds on Jack empty 7th? Kind of empty. Jack 9-8 7th. I would say probably not, but I'm not that familiar with this West. The other table, by the way, is unbelievably slow. They've only played 3 boards. So a heart of spade. If North-South are playing 2/1, this is an English partnership. I don't think Gazilli is that popular in England. similar to the US. So they might not be playing it, in which case South is going to have to decide, is my 5-5 worth a jump shift, or is my 5-5 worth just bidding 2 clubs? They might play some weird stuff. That's true too. These guys have played together for quite some time. Okay, so North bids 2 spades. I wish I knew what that meant. It could be either preemptive or it could be invitational. Looks like it's preemptive. Looks like it's invitational. I mean, unclear. Could be preemptive. I mean, South has a good hand. A lot of it just rests on what North's range is for this 2 spade bid. Oh. You found something? One sec. Try again. Club lead from East. Queen of clubs. So what's Declare's line of play going to be? You have a heart loser, a spade loser, a club loser, and a potential diamond loser. I mean, if you can ruff the diamond suit, that would be great. Alternatively, you could try and set up clubs. Like, you can win the club ace and lead the jack of spades, and if it gets covered, you can just pull trumps and duck a club. And that's probably okay. You should definitely unblock the 9 or 8 of clubs here. Definitely unblock the 9 or 8 of clubs. Good play. King of hearts. So it looks like Declare's hoping to try and cross-ruff a little bit. And now it's really important for East to continue playing as if they're oblivious to the fact that hearts are 5-1. So continue the 10 of clubs, right? Declare's going to win the king, and it looks to East like Declare wants to try and cash the queen of hearts for whatever reason. You know, East might not know that Declare's trying to build a hand entry so that they can ruff a diamond or whatever Declare's plan is. So East should definitely just play back a club, let Declare go about their plan, and now they've established a club ruff for their side. Or in this case, West just has a natural club trick. Is that going to be good enough? So if the club comes back to the king, and then... So good play by East. Now the queen of hearts. West ruffs. West is going to cash a club. But there's no immediate way for... Okay, well now there is an immediate way for them to establish an extra trick. Because now when the queen of hearts gets ruffed, West can cash a club and tap dummy and diamonds. And the 10 of spades will get promoted. It looks like it was always going to be difficult for Declare to deal with both the diamond loser, though, and pulling trumps from this position. So maybe they were just always going down. I am surprised that they didn't try the alternative line that I was looking at, which is to just try and pull trumps and set up the club suit. Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, if the king of spades is onside, then we're basically just cold. And even if the king of spades is offside, we still have an opportunity to... I guess maybe finesse the Jack of Hearts through East would be a thing we could do. But Declara definitely didn't deserve to have this happen to them. That's for sure. Not really sure what West is thinking about. Just play back a diamond, obviously. Make sure that you get to play your King of Spades on a useful card, the Jack, instead of the 3. Okay, I'm halfway done with lunch, or we could call it breakfast, I suppose. Okay, 4 spades down 1. Another opportunity for one-eyed bandits. Is that what they are? One-eyed something? If they do make the spade game in the other room. Board 4, East-West did find their way to 4 spades at the other table, finding the save. How did they get there? A heart, a spade overcall, same. 2 no trump, and West bid 3 spades, which is lunacy. But did eventually get East to bid 4 spades later in the auction. I do wonder what this long delay is that we see between every board. Because this has happened every single time a new board has been pulled up to the table. There's just been this like 15 to 20 second wait before it gets pulled up on the VuGraph screen. Not something that I'm sorry, what is 2 clubs? Someone explain the 2 clubs psych to me. I don't even understand psyching with this hand. BBO updated again and it's getting worse. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if you gave me like 4 guesses as to what West bid, I probably would have, in my priority order, I would have said pass, and then 3 clubs were at the top of the list. And then beyond that, if I was going to psych, let me think. If I was going to psych, what's the best one? I mean, I guess 4 clubs would have been my third choice. The thing is, I really don't like a 1 spade psych with this hand. I think we're far too often just going to have partner bid 4 spades over 4 hearts and we just get doubled. So I'm kind of struggling to find a reason to psych with this hand. I have similar fears about overcalling a no trump, that partner's just going to force us into some spade contract. But maybe a no trump is the best psych on the West cards. I don't understand 2 clubs. Well, here we are. Looks like we're ending up in 4 clubs doubled. I mean, maybe North is going to bid 4 hearts. But I have no idea what South is thinking about. What? Why did they leave 3 no doubled? You can't just psych an overcall and then, like, leave your partner to hang. How can they play like this? This is so crazy. Did West think that... I don't know. West must believe that they have 2 missing aces that they just aren't staring at. This is insane. So how bad is this going to be? I don't know why South didn't lead a heart. Not down yet. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You're right. They haven't gone down yet. I mean, East is losing their mind right now. King of Spades, let's lead a club. I have no idea why North didn't hop up with the ace. I guess it's fine. North doesn't need to hop up with the ace. Club to the queen and king. Maybe 4 clubs doubled is worse. Yeah, good luck. Good luck explaining that to me. This diamond's gonna go to the jack, which holds the trick, by the way. Now we're gonna get the 10 of hearts pushed through. So north-south, unfortunately for them, the diamonds break 4-4. But so Declare is eventually going to get the ace of spades along with their 1 heart trick. But this is going to be down 6. And we calculated that score the other day. That is 1,400, which is not a great result when the opponents are non-vulnerable. Because that means even if they did bid to a making grand slam, you would still only win like 3 imps. And I don't think north-south were in danger of making a grand slam on this one. It does look like 4 hearts makes, though, which is... Wait, what? What just happened? Why did we take the ace of hearts? What is South doing? No way, dude! Oh my god. Well... Looks like North-South have not capitalized on their opportunity, is what's going on. South just got so scared of this club suit. Like, Declare took a club finesse, and then South was like, well, Declare must have ace, queen, third of clubs for this 3-no bid. But that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you at some point, you have to just accept that the opponents have had a horrible misunderstanding in the bidding. The psych continues to get better. I mean, fortunately for North-South, when South exits a heart after taking this Diamond King, Declare is kind of stranded a little bit. I guess, though, they can just win the Heart Queen and exit a club. And then North-South are going to have to put them back in hand. So Declare will lose a spade at the end of play. I mean, unless North cashes the club ace for whatever reason. All right, diamond to the king, exit a heart. You know, you kind of also need to think about your partner's defense, right? Like, if North was worried that Declare had the heart ace and running clubs, North wouldn't have, like, taken the time to push the 10 of hearts through. North would have just cashed out diamonds. I mean, once North wins the jack of diamonds, North can kind of dictate the defense. So, you know, I don't think that this is entirely on, like, South being nervous and trying to cash out. I think South just didn't trust their partner's defense on this one is another big issue that I see here. But like, you know, when the opponent's psych, you just can't let them get away with this sort of stuff. Sure, you're still going to win 8 imps or whatever it is, maybe 9 imps on this board. But you should be, you know, making sure that you get the maximum penalty on hands like this. And it can't be that difficult. It just can't be. Playing that ace of hearts was crazy. 3 boards to go. But I really don't understand these like long pauses. I wonder if it's the VuGraph operator being a little bit less familiar with doing that job. Well, now it's time for West to Psych. 2 diamonds if they have it available, right? Preemptive. It could be a software thing. It's possible. You know, I think that VuGraph tends to be set up the same at every location, even though it's run by different people. Like, I don't think that Jan Martel or whoever the new VuGraph head person is the one that's operating at this tournament. But I would have to imagine it's run on the same system. So it just strikes me as a little bit weird that they have these long delays. Like, the players have definitely started the auction by now, right? It can't be the case that they're spending a minute discussing every board post-mortem. That's just not very common. 2 diamonds by North Multi. You've gotten a delay with every table that you've clicked to kibitz for about a week, not just the VuGraph tables. That's probably on BBO's end. Some sort of software update, as you said. All right, club opening lead against 4 hearts. So Declare has a heart, a club, and I guess we can pull off some sort of avoidance play here. We could play the Jack of Clubs and then duck the opening lead to cut communication in the club suit, and that'll protect our Diamond King. I mean, East may well just switch to the Diamond Queen anyway, which would make Declare's life a lot easier. But that would also establish the possibility of roughing our 3rd round of clubs in the south hand. So that seems like the right thing to do at trick 1. You know, you can probably also get away with just playing low on this trick, but you really don't want that 7 of clubs to hold. Sorry, still eating. Oh. There we go. Try again, Babs. So this was their Bermuda card. I guess we can pull this up. I don't know what Declare's thinking about. Just Jack of Clubs, duck when East plays whatever honor they play. And then you're in good shape. I will pull up the card for a second. So this was their Bermuda Bowl card. 2 diamonds is just a weak 2 and a major multi-style thing. Unusually long tank for a hand like this. Yeah, see, this doesn't make any sense, right? Like, playing the 2 from dummy and then ducking. I mean, on this lie of the cards, there's no way that East is playing low. But yeah, so East wins the queen, just plays back a club. And now we have this question. Do we play 3 rounds of spades pitching a diamond immediately? This would be necessary if the red aces were switched. Or do we try and play at least 1 round of trumps, just in case spades are 5-2? There is kind of this technical consideration that if the red aces were switched, the defense could have beaten you by just East switching to hearts and then a diamond comes through. But that defense is more or less impossible to find. So I mean, it's definitely percentage to play on spades first. You just kind of need to wager that with why would we do that now? Why would we rough a club now? That doesn't make any sense. It's fine. No big deal. But it could have been important to save that club rough for an entry. Like, if West had Jack doubleton of spades, we could cash 2 spades, the Jack falls, then we play the queen, West roughs, we over rough, then rough the Jack of clubs, and then try the 10 of spades. And West might have started with ace doubleton of hearts, and then we make the contract that way. Okay, 620. Two boards to go. Board 6. So North-South did not find their way to 4 spades in the other room. They got all the way up to 3 clubs. Looks like a bit of a gazilli auction of some kind. Heart of spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. Wait. Oh, maybe there was a gazilli miscommunication at the other table. Because it looked to me like North-South had game forced in the gazilli context, but then North passed a 3 club rebid. I'm not that familiar with the system. But 3 clubs made 11 tricks. Still 6 imp pickup for Team One-Eyed Bandits. Pass a spade from South. I mean, what are we doing now? Are we overcalling 2 diamonds on the West hand? We pass? Board 27 is one of the most confusing bids that I've ever seen, I think. So, like, you want to overcall 2 clubs on this. I don't know why. You just got a good board, right? The opponents went down in a cold 4 spade contract. Or Jones cold, I should say. I don't really see any reason to throw it away on the next hand by psyching randomly. One spade by South. What is 2 clubs? Is this some sort of, like, I have hearts? 2 clubs is 5 or more hearts with 6 or more high card points. Cute. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's their system. So 2 hearts by South. Should go all pass, right? I mean, North has a minimum. North doesn't have a spade fit. So there we've landed. East-West do miss their diamond fit this time, but it's not a It's not like they have a ton of values either way. I mean, I could see the king of clubs lead from west. I think it's probably the king of clubs or the ace of diamonds. And neither lead looks all that appealing, but king from king doubleton when you have like king third or ace third of trumps is often not that bad. Here it of course blows the club suit wide open, but they will eventually get a club ruff for their troubles. Yeah, a heart lead doesn't make a ton of sense on an auction like this when you don't have spades controlled. Like, it's technically true that your partner has a spade stopper, queen jack fourth over there, but if your partner's spades were weaker, you know, declare had like ace king jack 10 fifth, then pulling trumps and letting declare run spades would not be very effective. Probably going to work out okay on this lie of the cards, though. So heart, East will probably just duck. Nope, they win the ace. I mean, East might switch to the 10 of clubs, and that's going to be unfortunate for for East-West. Yeah, this would be another reason to duck the opening lead. You don't know what to do at trick 2. It doesn't look like one of these dummies where you need, especially with that queen jack fourth of spades, East doesn't see a hasty obligation to switch to something. Okay. Heart to the ace, heart to the king, another heart. Is that where we're headed? So declare is going to lose 2 diamonds and a club from here. Two hearts making 2. So 9 imps on board 27. They played 3 no trump at both tables. Generally the wrong thing to be doing. Wow, heart 3 diamonds, some sort of like Bergen-esque raise. 3 spade overcall by East. I think just playing with a sponsor, right? Like, that is such a bad hand for 3 spades. I mean, you could have a good spade save, so I'll give them that. But I think you're a lot more tempted to make bids like this when you're playing with sponsors to make sure that they get off to the right opening lead against 4 hearts, which is where you think north-south are ending up. 3 no trump is a big bid by north as well. Jack fourth of spades. All right, looks like Declare was hopeful the spades might split and there was like a singleton king of clubs. That's quite optimistic. Spade around, king of diamonds and a diamond. And Declare will have to lose a club. As long as East doesn't break the club suit, they're in good shape. They can even exit the spade queen. Well, the sun position hasn't exactly been handled all that well. Cashing the club ace was definitely worse than leading a low club towards the queen jack. Cashing the ace picks off a singleton king with West, but leading low towards the queen jack picks up a small singleton with West. Declare didn't have the entries to go ace of clubs, club to the queen, and then rough back to the north hand to play another club up. They would have then been out of trumps. So maybe a little bit of a sloppy play by Declare, but with clubs 3-2, no danger. Two hearts makes two. We're on to the last board. East 5-5 in the red suits. I mean, this is a hand I would honestly think about preempting even in a normal style two hearts. Or maybe two diamonds, depending on what our agreements are for that bid. Just because the hand feels preemptive, and if I don't take a call now, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to do anything later unless my partner has values. And if my partner has values, then I preempt. Hopefully we're going to be okay, ultimately. So pass, and no trump. North will probably show their spade suit somehow. I imagine with a 2 diamond overcall or 2 heart overcall for them. Although apparently this is not on their convention card. Because on the convention card that I have, it says that 2 of a major is natural. So 2 hearts supposedly showing spades, at least it was alerted as such. South bids 2 spades. Looks like the weakest possible bid. So this will pass back around to East, who will balance with 2 no, takeout. It's going to be a 2-suited takeout. Generally, it's going to show both minors. But then when 3 clubs gets pulled to 3 diamonds, it's going to show diamonds and hearts. I don't know what North is posturing for. The implication would be that you only have 4 hearts, I guess, for that type of sequence. I mean, I'm not really sure what a double of 2 hearts by East would have meant directly. Because that's the bid that I would want to make with the East hand, but it just depends on your agreements. And also, I don't know if, whoa, 3 diamonds? Excuse you? 3 spades by South? Hello? Well, East-West are going to be pretty disappointed that they never found a heart fit here because they're absolutely cold for 5 hearts. So it looks like an opportunity for Nottenbelt to maybe clinch the match on this last board. King of Diamonds holds trick 1. Declare does well to cut communication in the diamond suit. Diamond to the jack and ace. And now we work on the trumps. Spade up to the king. So Declare still will end up losing a heart, another diamond, a spade, and probably 3 clubs. Yeah, so now definitely cash the ace of hearts before playing a third trump. I mean, West is looking at this dummy. A stiff king of hearts over there. So good play. Declare can try a club to the jack, which he'll lose, and then West can get out a heart. Not really sure what Declare's thinking about right now. But I guess on the last board of the match, you do want to be careful. VuGraph operator lets us know the next match starts in 15 minutes, so that's good that we will have a short turnaround. All right, club to the jack and queen, heart exit. And Declare will try and pitch a diamond, which will be unsuccessful. East will get in, and as long as East exits something that's not a heart after winning the heart queen, Declare will still lose 2 more clubs. So it looks like down 3. I have no idea why West is in the tank. I mean, maybe West is just nervous that if partner does have the queen of hearts, they were called for 4 hearts, and therefore West is trying to just beat this contract when their partner doesn't have the heart queen. But if that was the case, they shouldn't have cashed the ace of hearts earlier. Like, they could have just ducked when Declare led the king of hearts from dummy. Given up a heart trick, but at least they wouldn't get end played in this position. Whoa, why did they ruff? Why did Declare ruff? And then played the 9 of clubs? I mean, obviously West has the ace, right? They did open a no trump. I mean, very strange to not at least like try and pitch a diamond on the heart, set up the jack in the worst case scenario. Okay, anyway, 3 down, kind of as expected. Let's head to the other room, where they're in the midst of board 29. East-West did find a diamond fit at this table. Pass, a spade, 2 diamond overcall by West. I think it is a little bit thin. I don't mind the bid, but partner's a passed hand. You don't really have a game. Generally, it's bad to compete for part scores at imps. I suppose there's some chance if partner has, like... What do we need? We would need a spade stopper, like the king of diamonds, and one of the round suit aces. It's going to be pretty thin, but you know, like queen jack, 3rd of spades, king, let's say 3rd of diamonds, and one of the minor suit aces. And we have 9 tricks and no trumps sometimes. Definitely light, but you could get there. So I do understand a 2 diamond overcall. I don't think it's so bad. So it looks like Declare is ending up down 1 in this contract, just pulling trumps. Losing a hardened club. So this will be a push. And then that big opportunity on the last board. If East-West find their heart game, they will end up winning a nice chunk of imps and win the match. And if they don't find their heart game, then I guess One-Eyed Bandits are going to take it. This is the last table in play. I was just checking. So 1 board to go. And let me take a look back at the results to see how all the teams are doing. Oh, it's the One-Eyed Jacks. I've been calling them One-Eyed Bandits for a while. So Daisy Chain is doing actually okay. They're in 4th. Hey, Eric. The only team with a US player that is doing all right. Dyson in the lead is Tom Townsend, Ben Hanley Pritchard, Glenn Liggins, and Andrew Dyson, 4-handed. And One-Eyed Jacks are the team that we are currently watching, but they might lose this match, depending on what happens in this room. Is that true? Actually, they might tie, right? It would be 450, and 150 is 300, and that's 7 imps. So they could tie the match if East-West find their heart fit, which it looks like they did. 1 no, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts to play. Well, maybe not, actually. I mean, West should pass right now. And then it's going to be a question of what happens if North balances in with 2 spades. The way that West has been bidding, I think West is probably going to bid 3 hearts here because they have a good hand. But you can't really... Like, 2 hearts is just a non-forcing bid. It's as if your partner was planning to transfer and pass. You're surprised South didn't bid 2 spades directly? I don't think South necessarily wants to declare this hand with 4-3-3, but it is a good point. South knows they have a spade fit, so it makes some sense. Yeah, King Jack isn't great. 4-3-3 is bad. You don't have good spades. Oh man, North just passes it out. Oh no! Oh no! Well, good news for the one-eyed Jacks, because that means they're going to be saved the torment of losing a game swing, at least. I think they will still lose, what, 2 umps on this one if 2 hearts ends up making 10 tricks? Declare cash as the heart ace. Heart to the queen. East is upset. The tempo at which East is playing this hand, we can tell East is upset because East is not taking the best line of play. East is just playing cards at random. You certainly would prefer to try and set up the diamond suit before pulling all of the trumps. I don't understand leading the queen of diamonds instead of low to the king either, but here we are. All right, 11 tricks, 2 umps to none belt, and one-eyed Jacks do take the victory. Here are our currently updated scores. Looks like we don't have that last hand in yet, but this is what we got. Can I make this website bigger? Okay. I guess that's better. Yeah, that's probably better. So we got Dyson in first. One-eyed Jacks in second. Gillis, which is Brooklyn and Bakke, and the Rimstep brothers in third. Daisy Chain, French team, Swiss sponsor, it looks like Medalla and Gru in fourth. All Free, Andrew Robson, their team in fifth. Lundberg, a bunch of the Swedish regulars, DeBoden in seventh, and so on. Okay, yeah, so in eighth is Christian Lehrman, but I guess he wasn't earlier in the Butler because he might not have played yet. I would like to see them play at some point. See how he gets on with, it looks like he's probably playing with Antonio Palma on that team. And I have no idea who the sponsor is playing with. I guess maybe we could figure that out. But the U.S. teams are not doing so hot. Rubenstein, for sure, sitting down in last place. I know that Stu Rubenstein would probably like to play most of his matches early. I guess we can take a look at which teams they've played against. Aha, so it is a round robin, it looks like, is what's happening. A 22 or 21 match round robin. They played up against Lundberg, which is one of the strong Swedish teams. They played up against Gillis, which is one of the top teams. And then they ended up losing to the Danish juniors, who are not doing all that well, generally. So it's actually really nice. I like that they have... I was going to say I like that they have the team rankings here, but it looks like they don't have the team rankings because Nettleton is definitely not in first. But you can see the entire schedule for these rounds results. We can take a look at how all the teams got on. This does not look like an accurate score, 0-0. So maybe this website is not fully updated. But over on the Butler, we do have Brooklyn and Bakke still hanging on to first place over there by a decent margin. They're plus 84, having played 20 boards. Augustin Medalla and Joe Gru getting along well as partners. Madala is one of those guys that does seem to do a great job playing with just about anyone. I know he played a bit with Steve Weinstein in the past at NABCs. I played against him, or that partnership, a number of times. Klukowski and Kalita for Rubenstein. So despite Rubenstein being kind of in the dumpster in the overall standings, Kalita and Klukowski showing that they definitely deserve whatever they're getting paid for this event. Just kind of scrolling through the list. Any other notable people to point out? Lorenzini and Bassis up here about average, plus 14, having played 20 boards apiece. Aha! So Palma is playing with Vicuña, and they've played all 3 sets so far. So that would be, I assume, the sponsor for the team. And it looks like Christian Lehrman has either not showed up yet or just hasn't played yet for that team. The Grossack-Pask partnership not doing so hot so far. They've played all 3 segments, sitting towards the bottom, as well as the entirety of the Rubenstein roster, it seems like. All right, we got one more match to go today. So what's the next match? Round 4. Can I find that out? We can. Aha. We are at the mercy of the VuGraph broadcast, though, because we don't get to pick which match to watch. But maybe if Vicuña against One-Eyed Jacks is on down here, that would be one to check out. Especially if Lehrman's playing. Otherwise, we could watch the Swedes. Mikkelsen and Cullen. Or Kulin. We could try and watch Madala and Groom on Daisy Chain if they're on. Rubenstein himself doesn't have that bad of a butler. I mean, it depends what you mean by that bad of a butler. He is minus 22. I mean, like, it's true as a sponsor that, like, being minus 22, having played 20 boards, is not terrible. But minus 1 imp a board is generally quite bad. It's hard to make up that sort of deficit that you start out with. In a 10-board match, if you're just, like, giving up a game swing for free, that's kind of a problem. They're showing Rubenstein against a Bowden. Why? Did you ask them why they're showing those 2 teams? And if you haven't already asked them why, could you? Like, can you just get in touch with the tournament organizers? You can see the setup? Oh, no. Oh, no. Why are we doing this? I mean, we could watch them if we want to see a train wreck in progress. That'll be fine. You know, I'm sure that that the Rubenstein players, especially the pro players, are not like just dumping a bunch of boards, but it's obviously not going great for them either way. We'll try and wait for a different match, but if not, maybe we'll be able to see Vince play with someone, Vince DeMoy. These don't look like the players on this team. So maybe name tags are wrong. I am going to wait for the other table, though. Lundberg versus Apres Bridge Champs. Oh, I've totally closed out the setup. Apres Bridge Champs had someone on it, right? Oh, Apres Bridge Champs had Roy and Sabina. We could watch them maybe if they're on. Lundberg was a bunch of the Swedish players. Oh, Apres Bridge Champs is also doing very badly, though. So maybe we don't want to watch them. Bilda and Schultz. We could watch Klukovsky and Kalita. It's fine. We'll just watch this table. I mean, this would also be a good table, but we'll watch the Polish guys. They're actually playing well, even though their team's not doing so hot. Is this Heiberg Evenstad? Is this the young guy? Or is this just Heiberg? You never really know with these nameplates. Yeah, I can't... Oh, I can click on the names. Okay, so it is the young guy. Oh. All right. One speed. Your bid is east. Go. I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, pass is probably about right. One spade pass, one no, two no. Pass. Your bid is east. Now what? Now how do you feel? Because West will definitely bid two no here. You have a partner that might have overcalled two hearts. Nice. I mean, I guess we bid three clubs. So three clubs all pass. Trump lead. I mean, how bad are things going for Declare after a Trump lead? Yeah, you got to get in these 4-card overcalls when you have length in the opponent's suit. It means you're not getting forced to trick one, which is okay, right? That's what a lot of people like to say. Oh, no Trump lead. I guess it does make sense to lead the stiff king in your partner's suit. So spade ruff, diamond ruff, ace king of hearts, spade ruff probably. We'll have to see if South sticks in the 10 of clubs or not. Yeah, diamond ruff. Cash the ace king of hearts before they go away. No real danger in doing that now, I don't think. Okay, Kalita just leads another spade. So yeah, now South has this decision. Do you stick in the 10 of clubs or not? Hmm. I think the answer is yes. I mean, South is definitely a little bit nervous about the heart suit, right? Because assuming that East is like 6-5-0-2 in shape, South's 8 of hearts is not really looking like much of a stopper. And Declare might just run the entire heart suit against him. I guess with the 10 being in dummy, like as long as North has something like Jack 9 doubleton or Queen 9 doubleton, your 8 of hearts does stop the 4th round. Well, South pitches a diamond, which can't be the right play. I think if you are going to pitch, you probably pitch a heart there. Not cashing hearts makes sense. You might need those entries to score long trumps in the West. I mean, certainly South now needs to ref with the 10 of clubs. That is not a question. Oh, I see what you're talking about, Eric. The point is, if we rough with the 10 of clubs, it now goes heart to the ace, another spade. We rough with the queen of clubs, heart to the king, another spade, and now our 6 of clubs can't beat dummy 7. Yes. Yeah, you're correct. There was some sort of need for keeping the ace king of hearts. Now, I mean, as it was, once South failed to rough with the 10 of clubs on the second spade and allowed the 3 clubs to score, we could have just gone ace king of hearts heart rough at that point. So that would have worked out. Well, I mean, they weren't doubled, so this was never really going to be a disaster, but it looks like there probably was an opportunity for North-South to take some more tricks on defense here. I mean, the king of spades obviously an understandable but unfortunate lead. And then I think it's all about South just has to decide whether or not to rough that second spade. I would say it feels pretty natural to do so. Right? Like, again, as South, we can kind of count Declare's tricks. So if we don't rough that second spade, Declare roughs another diamond, and then they have 2 heart tricks, right? They'll lead another spade. So it kind of looks like South might have dropped the ball on defense, but we would need to go back and think a little bit harder. East passes in first seat. Coward. They don't have a 2 heart preempt available. For them, that would show hearts in a minor. So South gets to open a club. I could see Klukowski going a couple ways with the West hand over a club. He decides to just go with 1 diamond. But opposite a past hand partner, especially at these colors, I think there are a lot of players that might have even just jammed a 3 diamond preempt in there, try and get in the way. A little bit dangerous, but sometimes if you get doubled, you go for 500 and they were making a game, so you win 3 anyway. Double by North. Not sure if that's both majors or if it's just showing hearts. East bids a heart anyway. Okay, it looks like double by North just showed hearts, because North-South didn't find the spade fit yet. So 2 clubs by South. I mean, now what do we do as North? You have a game force, so is 2 spades forcing? I think it should be. How forcing is it, though? Is it forcing to game, or is it just forcing one round? Good question. Either way, 2 spades has to be our bid now, right? It is a little bit strange that South didn't try 1 spade, though, over a heart, so maybe North thinks they don't have a spade fit at all. This is really going to go badly for North-South if they miss their spade fit entirely. Because 3-no doesn't make, and neither does 5 clubs. Yeah, 2-no from North. This is just going to get raised to 3-no. And East is probably going to lead a low heart? A diamond? Not sure. Either way, as long as West gets in and switches to the Queen Jack of Hearts, this contract is going to go down. So finally, I mean, it's the Klukowski effect. I guess we could throw Kalita in there. It's the double K effect. That when you play against these guys, you just don't play normal bridge. Everyone's like afraid of playing them. And so at least that's the way it seems to me sometimes. World champions do have that effect on a lot of the population, that's for sure. They get in your head and they're like, people will always think, oh, you can't play normal bridge against them because if you do, then they're just going to beat you. They're better than us. So we have to do something weird. Chat, you like a 2 diamond bid as North? Yeah, you could do that. 2 diamonds make sense. I mean, I guarantee that South can't have 4 spades on this auction. Regardless, it might still have been made sense as North to look for a 4-3 spade fit. That was kind of my thinking. Or maybe just like continue describing their hand to some extent. All right, 10 of diamonds lead. Declare is going to duck, but Klukowski is way too good to not just go up with the diamond ace and push the Queen of Hearts through. You know, I know this isn't the Bermuda Bowl, and some of these players are not necessarily the tip-top competition for bridge worldwide, but I feel like the level of play that we've generally seen has been an underperform for basically everyone that we've been watching. But hopefully we'll get something good from this East-West pair. Yep, heart overtaken, Ace of Hearts, cash out. It was a good try by North, dumping the Jack of Diamonds at trick 1. That's not the right claim. Down 2. 5 hearts and the diamond ace. But still, this is going to be a good result for Rubenstein. I'm back. I've mostly finished eating lunch. I'm going to finish up my my water. It looks like the other table hasn't even finished the first board. I don't know why they're so slow. Okay, the result just comes in, 3 clubs making 3. And both rooms, fascinating. Bilda got to play it at the other table. Same King of Spades lead, same diamond covered and roughed. Now another spade. South does rough in with the club 10, so I guess we get to see what happens in that room. Over roughed, heart to the ace, another spade, roughed with the queen, over roughed, heart to the king, another spade, but South didn't ruff with the 4 of clubs, forcing the 7, which wouldn't have mattered, would it? If you ruff with the 4 of clubs, forcing the 7, declare ruffs a diamond and then ruffs a heart with the 3 of clubs. So this was definitely stronger defense. From Rubenstein in that room than we saw at this table. This is why you don't cash hearts. Did it matter? Yeah, I'm not sure. We have so much downtime in between boards. I don't know why. Oh, VuGraph operator's letting us know. One side of the table, so probably Klukovsky's side, so there's been a director call, is what's going on. Klukovsky explained to South that 1 heart showed spades. Aha. So that means that's the reason why South didn't bid 1 spade. So we might get that board adjusted to 4 spades making something. We'll see, but we'll keep an eye on it. So VuGraph operator notes that there has been a director call for that board. And that's all the information I have. So South gets to open a club. No 1 diamond overcall this time. Heart from North. 2 hearts from South. I mean, maybe unless they're playing mini splinters, we could probably make a mini splinter with the South hand. It's only 12 highs, but it's 4x1, which is great. A lot of jacks, though. I'm not that familiar with mini splinters and whether you do it on minimums or not, or if they show some amount of extras. 2-0 looks like it's asking for North. And so South is probably going to show, yeah, South is going to show a maximum in context, having bid 2 hearts already, so 4 diamonds splinter. Double by West. Normally doubling splinter bids suggest a save. I don't think that's really on West's radar with this hand. So maybe for Klukovsky and Kalita, this double is just like, I don't want you to lead something else. Double passes around to South, who would redouble with a void, but here South is just going to bid 4 hearts. So does North have enough to push further? It's 14, ups at a minimum opener. You know you have a diamond loser now. What do you need for slam? Queen of spades, ace queen of hearts, king queen of clubs. That's too much, isn't it? It's like 14. I mean, it's a good 14 with a singleton. Yeah, that hand would definitely be rebidding 3 hearts. And it's not even like you're cold at that point. You would need the hearts to split. You would probably need clubs to split. So 4 spades does feel a little bit ill-advised by North, but let's see what happens. Five clubs showing 1. I assume at this point North is going to ask for the heart queen because that has to be what they were hoping for. 4 spades was key card, 5 clubs was 1 or 4, and 5 diamonds asking for the heart queen. So South is just going to bid 5 hearts. And they've got to an unfortunate spot because while the spades can pitch a club, they're still going to have to guess either the hearts or the clubs to make their contract. East might resolve the club guess for them at trick 1. I think, yeah, I think we're, man, South is thinking, South might be thinking, hey, let's let partner try and guess the Heart Queen for their contract. Little does South know that North doesn't really have a 4-spade bid. I think at teams, we probably just lead the Diamond Ace, right? As East. Like at match points, I would certainly lead the Singleton Club and hope that partner has the Club Ace, Club to the Ace, Club Ruff, low Diamond to partner's King, Club Ruff. We would beat at 2. But at teams, we don't need to beat 5 Hearts 2 tricks. It's not vulnerable. So I think I would prefer to just lead the Diamond Ace and have a look at dummy. It might not help me, having seen, oh god, South just bid 6 hearts. Well, if we get the Singleton Club lead, no, that's not possible, right? Now we know partner doesn't have the Club Ace because of the key card bid, right? So yeah, Ace of Diamonds, I think, is a really indicated lead here. And then definitely don't play the 10 of clubs. Just exit a diamond, maybe? Maybe a spade? Let declare misguess the clubs on their own. So this is going to be down 1. I think declare will guess the hearts correctly. They'll play the non-doubler for the Heart Queen. Yeah, leading a Singleton lets them make it. I mean, so this is a thing that you can work out because of the keycard sequence. North-South have promised that they have a diamond loser because South didn't redouble 4 diamonds to show void. So North knows about, when East is looking at the diamond ace, North knows that they're off an ace, and therefore they can't be off 2 aces, or North would have just signed off at the 5 level. So therefore your partner can't have the club ace, and then just go ace of diamonds, lead a card passively. Yeah, ace of diamonds, diamond, I think a really good play. Well, now we're going down 2. Ace of hearts, we've guessed the hearts the wrong way. So East is in, probably just exits a trump. And now declare is going to misguess the clubs. Yeah, for sure. They're not going to be bidding to 6 hearts off 2 aces. That's certainly the case. West has done a good job pitching all their diamonds. The Jack of Spades, I think if West pitches yet another diamond, the Queen of Diamonds, declare will get the clubs wrong. If West pitch, yeah, Klukovsky is all over this. I mean, there is something a little bit strange about the way the auction's gone, right? Because South opened a club and West didn't overcall 1 diamond. So, okay, maybe declare is going to get the clubs right. It looks like they did. King of clubs, the 10 falls. I mean, this is really bad news, though, for declare, right? Because this means that if they had just gotten to 5 hearts, they would have made it. So, you know, like, despite the good defense and despite declare misguessing the heart suit, this feels so much worse than if they had just gone down 2. Then at least South would be like, well, you know, there was nothing I could have done. Partner went down in 5 hearts anyway. But yeah, I think a little bit overzealous from North to bid keycard in the first place. And then South didn't have to bid 6 hearts at the end. South could have denied the heart queen and just let partner play at the 5 level. King of clubs, North is thinking it through, trying to work out what's going on the hand. Like, if West really had 2-2, 6-3 shape, wouldn't they have overcalled? We did see on, yeah, so well done in the play. But it was board 2. We saw West overcall 1 diamond over a club with a pretty anemic diamond suit and a pretty poor 6-3-2-2 hand. Of course, that was favorable, but a lot of that sort of instinct would translate over to board 3 as well. And so I think for that reason, Declare did get the diamonds, or the clubs correct, with the failure to overcall diamond. So it looks like we'll get a couple passes to East. They got a strong no trump. I don't know if those 12 imps are true on board 2 or not. We'll have to see what the director rules eventually. I assume they're just going to give them 4 spades, making 4. One no, transferred hearts. Looks like 2 hearts all pass. Whoa! Doubling 2 diamonds with ace jack, empty 5th. They're 1 spot card away from having their straight flush. 2 hearts showing a fit. Yeah, double by South. Looks like they are going to find their spade fit. So 2 spades from North. I mean, a 14 count opposite a passed hand. Sure, the Queen of Diamonds has grown in value. The Queen of Hearts is probably a good card, despite the 5-card heart suit on your left. And we found a spade fit, but I think it's still a bit ambitious to go looking for a spade game here. But maybe South can offer 2-no or something. Or 3 spades to give a little bit of a gentle bump. I mean, North is not happy that their partner's thinking on the other side of the screen. It's probably okay. You know, all of these cards have just become so much better. The Diamond Queen, the Heart Queen, the Jack of Spades even. Jack 10 5th of clubs might be a little bit worthless, but it's probably opposite shortness. Singleton, maybe. Yeah, 3 spades all pass. And how's this going to do? Both red suit finesses are working. The spades can be picked up. What is 4 spades? Does North not realize that they showed values by doubling 2 diamonds? I mean, they didn't really show, like, values, but, like, they showed a much better hand than they have. 4 spades is crazy. I mean, is this going to make with all the lucky lies, or is it still too much for Declare to handle? The ace king queen of clubs even rough out. Maybe this is just cold. Yeah, Declare might just end up losing a club and a spade or something like that. Wow. Don't know why Klukowski played the 8 of clubs at trick 1 instead of the 9, but here we are. And club ruffed. Spade to the jack. Now what? Diamond hook? if the red kings are swapped, we definitely want to try and set up a pitch for the heart queen. But now that the king of diamonds is on side, so is the king of hearts. So spade to the ace. Or what's our play? Like heart to the queen. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Spade to the ace, ruff the 7 of clubs, take a heart finesse, and then just knock out the queen of clubs if necessary. This is just a guaranteed line to make our contract. We can lose at most 1 spade and 1 club from here. Okay, it looks like we're doing something else, though. 10 of diamonds holds. Now we ruff the 7 of clubs. Yeah, Declare is trying their best to find a guaranteed or like a safe line for an overtrick. I just don't really think there is one. I mean, once the queen of clubs falls, now you can just claim. Even don't need to take the heart finesse, just pitch on the jack of diamonds. But if the queen didn't fall, we can't really afford to lead the jack of diamonds, I don't think. Maybe that's not true. Maybe we could afford to lead the jack of diamonds. Pitch a heart. I mean, we can't play the jack of diamonds and pitch a club, I guess, is the point, because they might ruff and strand us. Six hearts down 1 was a push because 5 hearts went down 1 at the other table. Amazing. A club, we did get a diamond overcall from Schultz over there. Double, not sure conventionally whether or not it shows hearts or spades. I'm guessing it shows hearts there. 4 diamond preempt from Bilda. Unfavorable. Yikes. I mean, I guess playing against a sponsored pair, you can afford to be aggressive because they're not going to double you as often. But 4 diamonds from East. South just bids 4 hearts, which is... I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the 4 heart bid. I think I would be tempted to just pass as South. And if partner reopens with double, I might pass again. But okay, we bid 4 hearts, partner bid key card. Or some sort of key card bid happened and they got to the 5 level, but then unfortunately they did not make their contract. 1 club, 2 heart overcall from Kalita. Favorable. Didn't have to bid 2 hearts with a 10 count, but chose to do so. Singleton club lead. Uh-huh. Well, defense is going to be able to take 3 spade tricks, a club ruff, and 2 heart tricks. Sounds like down 1. And is there anything Declare can do about any of this? I don't think so. I mean, if they get a diamond ruff, it's going to come at the expense of a natural trump trick. Okay, king of clubs gets ruffed. I mean, diamond switch, of course, from South. So diamond will go around to the king. Declare will try and pull some trumps. Maybe lead the heart queen. Are they in danger of going down 2? Maybe. King of Hearts round to the ace. So best defense would be to play 3 rounds of spades now and then push the Jack of Clubs. Yeah, so 10 of clubs. I mean, I guess Declare should probably ruff with the 9 of hearts or the 8 of hearts. You could just pitch spades and assume the spades aren't going to work out, but I think it would be nice if, yeah, see, this is kind of friendly for Declare, because now Queen of Hearts and a heart is going to pull trumps. They'll still lose 3 spades and go down 1. But they would have had the opportunity now. If there was like a Jack Doubleton of spades on side, they could pick that up. King Jack Doubleton, for example. Maybe North would have switched to the King of Spades from that holding. As a matter of technique, you should always be playing the 9 of hearts here, not the 6. I don't know if Kalita did or not, but when you play the 6 and North wins the 7, for example, then South knows that their partner has the Jack of Hearts remaining. If you play the 9, South doesn't know where the 7 of hearts is. Declare could have it, or their partner could. All right, Jack of Clubs gets ruffed. But now just diamond to the ace, spade up. Declare is going to lose 3 more spades. 8 imps on board 4. At the other table, North-South did not get into the auction at all, which, I mean, makes some sense. I don't think North has any reason to double 2 diamonds. The real question is just, should South come in over 2 hearts? And I think the answer is also probably no. So 2 hearts went down 3, minus 300, but with 4 spades being cold on the lie of the cards, that was 8 imps, going the way of DeBoden. Minus 50. Board 6. So pass by East in first seat, South having 14. Don't know their no-trump range, but South might have a no-trump opener. If not, it'll probably start a club spade. 1 no from North. 4 triple 3 is pretty bad shape, and just 1 spade stopper. There really is just like such a long delay. I assume they're playing with real cards. So I mean, it's certainly the case that sometimes players will talk at the end of hands to try and work out what their opponents had, figure out if they got a good result or a bad result on a board. But I do feel like the delays have been a little bit longer than usual. 1 no, all pass. So 25 highs, but 1 no trump does look like it might be the limit on the North-South cards, with East-West having 5 hearts and the King of Clubs to take off the top. So heart to the ace, heart back. And Declare eventually will just lead a club up towards the queen for their 7th trick. 3 diamonds, 3 clubs, and 2 spades would be available. I mean, 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 2 spades, I guess, is what Declare might end up with. So run the heart suit, and eventually, I guess Declare can take a club finesse or something like that. But 1 no trump will make 1. So good stop with 25 highs between the north-south hands. If South did open a no trump, it would just go like 1 no, 3 no. Obviously, West would lead a spade, but they would have a second opportunity when they got in with the club king to beat 3 no trump. I don't know if it's so easy to switch to ace and a heart, though, from West's side. You'll probably get some sort of signal from your partner, but it might not be the one that you want, because you might end up getting an encouraging spade signal. Depending on what spade you lead, you might even lead a low spade to partner's 10, and now West is going to be like, great, I got in with the club king, I continue forcing spades, I wait to get in with the heart ace, and by that time Declare has taken 4 diamonds because they split 3 clubs and 2 spades for 9 tricks. So this could be a swing going the way of Rubenstein here. If north-south in the other room end up getting to 3-0 and making it. But I think north-south did well to stop and stay at a low level. Declare has certainly complicated their task, haven't they? On this hand, why did we play the hand this way? We pitched down to the stiff king of spades. Ace-jack doubleton of clubs opposite queen third. I don't think it matters, but they... I mean, we could have just, like, pitched a spade from the south hand, kept ace-jack third of clubs, and then taken a club finesse. Then the club suit wouldn't have been blocked. Okay, 1-0 making 1. 4 boards to go in this set, and I think this is the last set for the day, if I'm not mistaken. How long do they have to play these 10 boards? That's something that I'm curious about. Because it does feel like they're playing relatively quickly. What is this tournament? I don't really know. The website might explain it. But it is one of the circuit events for the World Bridge Tour. And I don't know how important the World Bridge Tour is. It didn't exist when I played. But I think this is trying to be very similar to the pro circuit in chess or other mind sports of this type. So in theory, it's supposed to host top teams in the world. There are some good players in the event, but there are also a bunch of players that I think are just much more familiar to the to a lot of these online competitions. I know the Harris team, for example, plays in the OCBL, that league, which again has some world champions in it, but the Harris team is not made up of world champions or anyone who has played in the Bermuda Bowl. at least as far as I know. Similarly with a lot of these other teams, like, sure, Daisy Chain has Gru and Madala on it. I don't remember the rest of their team, but it's not necessarily made up of, like, the strongest players in the world. So I just don't know about, like, the prestige level of this, of the World Bridge Tour in particular, but this is, dude, okay, I have something in my eye. I need to be back. 1 minute. Just kidding, it worked itself out. Okay, I'm back. False alarm, but I did have something in my eye for a second. What's going on this hand in front of us? South has opened 2 clubs, 18 to 19, maybe? I'm not sure. We don't have convention cards, right? Well, maybe. Oh, 404 file not found. Perfect. WBF convention card? Hard to say. Jake, you say that the WBT consists of top team tournaments organized by World Bridge Holding. Yeah, I saw that World Bridge Holding organization. I don't know if that's associated with the WBF or not. Also, another thing that I do want to bring up. I had not been discussing this for a while because I was just kind of assuming the situation would work out. The WBF hasn't paid me for the Bermuda Bowl yet. And I don't know how to resolve this problem. So I'm open to suggestions at this point. I have contacted the president, and they say they're looking into it. But that was like 2 weeks ago now. And I sent an invoice the day that I finished doing commentary for them. So that was what? That was like August 30th or something. So it's been a month since I sent an invoice. Like, I don't know how to write angry letters to people, and I wouldn't even know what to do if, like, they refuse to pay me. Keep sending emails until they do. A month is normal. I mean, like, that's great, but my co-casters got paid, like, 3 weeks ago. So, I understand things taking a while. I just, like, yeah, I'll probably send another email. But I don't like hassling people for this sort of stuff. I think that, like, generally by, like, the 3rd or 4th email, things should be getting resolved, right? Like, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to, like, continue sending an email every day until they fix the problem. I mean, I'm sure that there's problems with, like, paying Europe to America, but, like, I've told them that if they can't do a bank transfer, then just, like, pay me with PayPal, which is fine. Am I a business? I'm not a business. I'm just an independent contractor. Like, I don't have a problem when I work with BBO. I don't have a problem when I work with Bridge Champ, or at least I haven't in the past. This is Denmark? No, it's France. The WBF is a French-based organization. There was a problem because of French labor laws. I mean, Christoph is actually in England right now. That's where he lives. So, I mean, I know originally he was French. Oh, isn't the WBF Swiss? I thought it was French. You could be right. I mean, they all speak French, but I guess they speak French in Switzerland. So you're probably right about that. Two clubs by West. Clubs, well, five or more clubs, like Precision Style-esque. Two Heart Overcall by North. I mean, fascinating. East passes Two Hearts. I mean, East has a club fit. I don't think East really wants to defend Two Hearts doubled. I think East should bid three clubs here. And I think East should bid three clubs for a couple of reasons. One, Two Hearts doubled might just make. I mean, East has no trump tricks that they know of. They'll probably get some long trumps. They might get a spade bluff or two. But they're not going to get rich against this contract. And more importantly, if we pass Two Hearts doubled, it might give North-South the opportunity to run to two spades. So there's a couple of bad that, whoa. Well, East does pass, so East is going to lead a spade at trick one. And then what? So Declare definitely can... Well, is East going to lead a spade at trick one? Maybe they lead a trump. Maybe a trump is better. If I'm not a company based in the US, they want to have lawyers check out whether or not they can pay me. I mean, like, okay, then I should definitely, but like, I've asked them to like get in touch with me if they needed more information. Like, I've specifically been like, look, you know, we need to find a way to work this out because you guys haven't paid me yet. And like, we have a series of emails which I have saved where like they agreed to pay me a certain amount for doing the commentary. I liked doing it. I liked working with them. And I thought that this was a pretty good opportunity to get a lot more experience working with like the WBF and hopefully get like on board with working with them more in the future. But yeah, it's feeling like, I don't know. I'm definitely a little bit annoyed at this point. I mean, it's expensive to set up a business. So I don't know how expensive, but the last time I looked, I mean, it was something like $1,500 worth of lawyers' fees to get them to establish, like, I don't know what it is, but that was my preliminary research in doing this, which like is fine. It's just I'm not making a lot of money from this, right? Like it would not be worthwhile to me if I had to pay $1,500 to set up a business to like broadcast stuff like this. Then I would just like definitely just do it on my channel, not set up a business, like just get paid by Twitch and YouTube or whatever, and people who want to send in donations and stuff like that and subscribers and all of those things. Yeah, but you're probably right that I do need to just hassle them every single day until this gets resolved. How's Declare doing in Two Hearts Doubled, by the way? And more important question, how were they doing in a spade contract? I guess they lose 2 clubs, a diamond, a spade, and they can get a couple of heart roughs, so they might end up losing 2 heart roughs and no spades or something like that. Or like 3 heart roughs is possible. So maybe it wouldn't have been pretty in a spade contract either. But here it looks like what? The defense is going to take 3 clubs, a diamond. So East needs to rough this trick. And then what? Club to partner's queen, spade rough. Club to partner's king, spade rough. Exit a trump. That's probably the defense. Klukowski has been playing a lot of low cards. I mean, he did like the classic Polish signal, or the Klukowski signal, whatever you want to call it, playing just a random card as their first discard. Like normally you would want to signal the 9 of clubs or the 2 of clubs, depending on how you felt about the club suit, but West just signaled with the 6, which is, I don't know. I've definitely seen this from them. I've seen it from other like top pairs in the world. I haven't seen this from like whatever the next level player down, you know, not like the Bermuda Bowl champions, but like the world class players who are not winning Bermuda Bowls. It's definitely counterintuitive to do this because you want to signal as loud as possible. I do wonder if this is becoming a little bit of a trend, though, among the top players, that they want to give murky signals because they think that signaling helps out Declare more than it helps out their partner. And just figure that their partner, even though they put a little bit of like added strain on them for working out the hand themselves, that their partner is going to work out the problem correctly, and partner's okay with having that added strain. But yeah, low club to the queen would be definitely the play from East if they could figure it out. What's the other choice? Like, what happens if we just return a trump now? I guess if we return a trump now, Declare also doesn't have a good play. So maybe that's what Cleat is thinking about. That, sure, I could play low club to the queen and get my spade roughs immediately, but I could also just return a trump, and great. If Declare overtakes and cashes 2 more hearts to prevent us from getting 2 spade roughs, then they set up the 10 of hearts for us. That would be pretty dangerous if West spades were Jack 10-4, though, instead of Queen 10-4. Because then Declare could overtake the Jack of Hearts and then just knock out the 10 of Hearts, basically. You think every card's valid? I don't think a diamond has any merit. I think it's either a heart or a low club. Those are the 2 choices. From East perspective. Like, a diamond just helps Declare rough a diamond in their hand, and then they can lead another spade up, for example, if they want. I mean, maybe a diamond works out. right? Like if you go king of diamonds, jack of diamonds, it probably does work out on this hand. Declare ruffs. But again, if they lead a spade up, then you can ruff and then play another diamond, forcing them again. So maybe king of diamonds is okay as well. Oh, Kalita has decided king of diamonds. Makes it... It works out. But yeah, this whole like idea of the six of clubs at trick one is something that I'm not familiar with because like this didn't really exist when I played. So, and because I don't really talk with like top level players anymore, it's hard for me to be in the loop on like why people are doing this. This is why it would be really helpful if I was doing live commentary, like from the tournaments, because then I would be able to interview top level players and like ask about these signals and whatnot and get the inside scoop as to why, like, I mean, I've definitely noticed this from Kalita Klukovsky. I think I've seen this from Gru and Moss a little bit. I don't think I've seen this from Bassiste Lorenzini, but there are a number of top level partnerships that I've seen play these like essentially not signals. Like whatever the most ambiguous card is for the signal that you're trying to give, they do that. All right, jack of clubs goes around to the queen for another spade ruff. Is that what's happening here? I mean, it doesn't really matter what West does at this point. Like, even playing back a club would be a-okay. Ace of diamonds, declare can ruff. Exit a club. And 2 down. 300. So in the meantime, as it took us forever to play that board, board 6, did I call it? I mean, kind of. South opened a no trump at the other table. 1 no, 3 no on the 14 count. 4 triple 3. It's in their system. And what happened? West led a low spade to the king, a club to the jack, and king. And what did West do? West continued with the queen of spades. So Declare just had their 9 tricks. Nothing to play. And 7 imps. Board 9. 2 boards to go. Pass by North. Not really a heart preempt, if I've seen one. Will East preempt in spades? I don't think so. They only play one range of weak 2s for East-West. So no 2 ranges, and therefore East hand is a little bit too late. South, I mean, every hand looks like a no trump to me in third seat, so I would definitely do that. We'll see what South decides to do, though. In first or second seat, I would certainly open this a diamond. Or in fourth seat, I would open a diamond as well. Playing 15 to 17, that is. So diamond, double by West, a heart by North, and East bids 1 spade. I think we bid 2 clubs as South here. I would normally like a no trump, but this does not look like it's our hand anymore. Oh, South passes a spade. I mean, I guess that's okay too. I like the 2 club bid just because now we've showed our full hand, and if partner wants to compete or possibly sacrifice over the opponent's 4 spade contract, or in this case 3 no, partner is more than welcome to do that. 3 no by Klukovsky. 19 count. His partner did take a call, but little does he know that his partner was bidding based on spade length and not values. diamond opening lead. So this diamond lead does establish a third diamond trick for Declare with all their diamond spots. They have 4 clubs, 3 diamonds, a heart, and the fortunate position of the king, queen, doubleton of hearts, as well as the jack of spades. This might make. Eric, you wouldn't expect this type of hand for a 1 spade bid? So 2 spades should still show values, right? Like, the only way that East could show long spades and few points would be to jump to 3 spades. That would be preemptive, which I suppose you could argue you're supposed to bid that way with this hand, but I'm also, why did North lead their singleton diamond? Did I miss something about the auction? I just realized that we got a Gib opening lead. Yeah, so I think in terms of like what should we do with East hand, I like 1 spade as opposed to 3 spades. I could be convinced otherwise, though. Always lead partner suit. I mean, hey, if partner opens in 3rd seed, I do strongly recommend leading their suit. Against a no-trump contract, though, when Declarer is like confidently bidding 3-0 and expecting a diamond lead, maybe the small singleton in partner suit is not the lead you want to be making. I mean, a heart just looks passive enough. You're not worried about the spade suit with king, jack, 9, 4th. Especially sitting behind the takeout doubler. All right, diamond to the 10 and ace. So Declare is just going to exit a club. Yeah, other leads aren't great. I mean, I certainly would lead a heart from North. It's not a spade, it's not a club. Those 2 suits, I think, are absolutely out. But there's nothing wrong with a heart lead, and especially with West showing all of these values, North is a little bit light. East might have 1 entry, but leading a diamond is just going to give Declare an extra entry to take a diamond finesse against your partner, which is not what we want to be doing. Not on this hand. Now, I mean, is it the case that a heart lead would have beaten the contract here? I'm not sure. 5 imps come through on board 8. At the other table, North overcalled a heart over 1 club and just ended up selling out to 3 clubs east-west, which made. Wait, what happened here? The queen of clubs went around to South's king and then... Sure, yeah. That's one way to do it. We're on to the last board of the day. Board 10. Rubenstein looks like they might be getting their first win. Pass by East. South will open a heart, and we'll see how many spades Klukowski bids this time. I think that a... Sorry, I'm just like checking my phone religiously every time I get a notification because I have to make sure the internet people aren't calling me back to be like, hey, yeah, we can actually set up your internet today. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, the 12 imps might not be true. That's correct. This could be a push. 3 spades by Klukowski this time. He's had enough of these kind of mediocre suits and length with a weak hand, just overcalling at the 1 level. He's like, this is the time to preempt. And did he pick the right opportunity to do so? I guess we'll find out shortly because it looks like 6 hearts is cold north-south. I don't know what 4 clubs is. But yeah, Declare can just rough 2 clubs in the north hand, and 6 hearts comes home. Well, four spades is getting doubled. I mean, I assume that four hearts or four clubs showed a heart fit. And I can't imagine South bidding on over this. So East West are going to lose three diamonds, two clubs, and two spades is going to be 1,100. Almost makes up for the miss slam. Yeah, there's no reason for South to do anything over the double of four spades. Partners double is pure penalties. You have an ace. Your hand is not more distributional than partner expects. You know, you're not like 7-4 or something like that. So no reason to believe that partners doubling on anything other than natural trump tricks themselves with a hand like this. What would happen if East-West stayed out of the auction mostly? Like if it had just gone a heart of spade. Let's say North bids 2-0. South would show shortness. North could ask. South will show spade shortness. There might be a way for them to distinguish singleton versus void, but how does North feel about looking for slam? I mean, ace 10 third of diamonds is not a terrible holding, but you do need a lot of help in the diamond suit, like at least king jack third to probably be happy about picking up the suit for no losers. Ace queen of hearts, I mean, the jack of hearts is pretty worthless in a 9-card fit. Singleton spade would be unfortunate, but would at least limit your spade losers to 1. Well, South bids 5 clubs, so they might be on their way to the heart slam, which would be a great result for them. Yeah, 5 diamond cubed. Again, I don't really know what's going on with 4 clubs. What is 5 hearts? Hello? Partner queued 5 diamonds. Excuse me? I mean, at some point, when we're in a slam and we have both of the things that we need, controls and a source of tricks. Here, our source of tricks is the diamond suit when partner cubids diamonds. Presumably showing the ace. I mean, like, sure, partner might have a singleton, like, I guess is possible, but... Well, North read the pull to 5 clubs correctly as being a spade void, which I mean, North was probably pretty convinced by that already as well. So that makes some sense. And therefore, from North's perspective, North just probably figures partners should have ace 10, 5th of hearts over there. We'll be able to pick up the queen third, and hopefully partner can hold their diamond losers to 1. There might be a TD call from the 5 club bid. I don't think so. South thought for a while and bid 5 clubs, and 5 hearts came pretty fast. I think if South thought for a long time and bid 5 hearts, there would be recourse. I do also know that Klukowski and Kalita do like to call directors on people if they feel like there might be damage. So we might see it anyway, but we're probably not going to get updates about that. Well, it's not that partner knows our spade void, so we've kind of showed our hand. Like, our hand is actually good for slam, right? This source of tricks and diamonds is very relevant because opposite a lot of club holdings now, we get to pitch all of partner's clubs on the king, queen, jack of diamonds. So we can rough spades in our hand and we can use the diamonds to pitch all of partner's club losers. Like, imagine if partner had king, third of clubs and the same hand, we could still discard the clubs on the diamond suit. Like, this king, queen, jack, 4th of diamonds is such a strong holding for slam here that once North shows any interest in cooperating, we just got to bid it as South, I believe. Like, if North's hand really was king, queen, jack, 10, fourth of spades and some sort of minimum without a bunch of controls, then that's the type of hand that would just bid 5 hearts over our 5 club bid, right? So, yeah, I think that that South probably can work out once the 5 diamond queue comes through, that North just has to have a good enough hand for slam to make. Well, what do I know? I would have been defending 4 spades doubled on this one if I was South, which might have ended up costing 7 imps, 8 imps, 8 imps, I guess, for 330. We'll see where they reach in the other room. There's still a couple of boards behind us. Declare is just pausing to take their time after the ace of spades lead. This one is going to be over in an instant, though. Ruff the opening lead, heart to the king. East will probably do their best by ducking, but then king of clubs, ace of clubs, club ruff. End of play. I guess the only question is, do we lead a heart to the king, or do we like go club to the king, heart towards the queen? Maybe that's better. Oh, king of clubs. So heart to the queen now? Is that our plan? Yeah, I guess heart to the queen. Makes sense. This way we can afford to ruff 2 clubs high if necessary. If that 9 of hearts didn't drop. All right. So a little bit of care needs to be taken. Declare crosses and diamonds to not compromise their own heart holding in hand by roughing a spade. Club ruff. And then just pull trumps. And Declare has the rest. Let's head to the other room and see what's going on. They're still in the midst of board 9. So in this room, East-West got to 3 diamonds. How'd they get here? A no trump opener by South in 3rd seat. See? I know what we're talking about. Rubenstein also likes this no trump in 3rd seat. It worked out well for them on board 6. They weren't in 3rd, but favorable vulnerability once again. You just want to be opening a no trump at that vulnerability. Double by West. Looks like penalty oriented. 2 hearts by North. Probably hearts and spades. Pass, pass. Double by West. Values. 2 spades by East with the spade suit. 2 no trump, 3 diamonds. And that's where they landed. Well, Declare is in pretty good shape in this contract. Despite the 5-1 diamond split. So Club Hook wins. Probably just lead a spade now. Thanks, Babs. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. We are almost done here anyway. Wait, we played a heart pitching a club? What is Build a Cooking? Is he like roughing this trick? No, he wins the 10 of clubs pitching. I thought he was going to try and establish a cross ruff by exiting a spade earlier. But obviously he has other plans in mind. Now he plays a spade. North thinking about winning the spade king to push a diamond throw. And she does. So king of spades, start pulling trumps. Diamond to the 10 and king. Yeah, now just ace of clubs. North can't even ruff, which Bildo was not expecting. But so now he can rough the club suit. Good, but he will just end on a cross rough. Club rough, spade rough, club rough with the jack of diamonds. South will over rough and declare, well, dummy will be high. So 3 diamonds making 3 doesn't make up for the vulnerable game bid in the other room. Looks like Kalita Klukovsky once again are pulling together a strong segment, trying to keep their team in it. So now are North-South going to be able to find their way to the good Heart Slam? I don't think Schultz is a player that would be preempting 3 spades with this hand. I think he's probably a 1 spade overcaller. But I guess that'll be tested in just a second. Maybe he'll overcall 2 spades, if that's in their system. You could build a case for them being the best. I see what you did there. Not this year, though. They didn't win the Bermuda Bowl. They didn't even medal. Okay, Schultz bids 2 spades preemptive. So this should give North the opportunity to bid 2 no trump, although I don't know if that's in their system. Kind of same Jacoby style raise of hearts. Otherwise, North would just have to bid 3 spades. Like, this is not really the type of hand that you want to go after a penalty, and I don't think it's the type of hand where you would just bypass a 9-card heart fit and bid 3 no trump either. I mean, playing with a sponsor, I know that Onum sometimes North likes to get a little bit frisky with no trump bids for sure. We all do. We've all been there. 2 no. 3 spades from Bilda. I do like this bid. 4 hearts by South, and this might... So 4 hearts, not the greatest bid by South. Like, South has a great hand in terms of controls, and that's one of the 2 key pieces to finding slams. Oh, this may well be my internet. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to take... It was not. It was a spam call. Who would have guessed? I mean, basically everything's a spam call, but it's like I always get very nervous when like I'm trying to do something and I've been told that someone's going to call me back. And so now I feel like obligated to pick up every single phone call that I get unless it's like officially labeled as like spam. Nice one. Well, they get to 4 hearts. So good result for Deboden on the last board. They're going to pick up 13. And that means that conditional on that second board, if there is a ruling and it goes in the favor of Deboden, it might end up being their match by just a handful of imps. But we'll take a look back at VuGraph Operator. Looks like they have linked us to the tournament results page. This is the set. Looks like we have 1 board to go, but currently Rubenstein has moved up. They're now in 18th place out of 22. Vicuña, really the team that I want to be following because they have, I mean, the young Danish guy who did so well, especially on the slam contracts, is playing on their team, although maybe we didn't see him play at all today. They also have the Swedes, Mikkelsen and Per-Ola Cullen, who finished close third place in the Bermuda Bowl. Dyson up in second. The Turkish team, GeoHydro, is in third place currently. In the standings, Allard, one of the French teams, in fourth. Iceland won. A bunch of Icelandic players in fifth. Gillis has slipped down to sixth, but a bunch of other Bermuda Bowl players on that team.